Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/InGeneral. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Hello and welcome to episode number 61 of the InGeneral podcast. I am your only host for today, Asees. That's right, guys. I'm going to go Jeff Goldblum sitting alone in a jungle explorer, talking chaos, all alone, solo, Captain Solo, Millennium Falcon, Volcano, solo, gonna blow, you know. I apologize for that. It won't happen again. Alright, we're going to try something a little bit different in this episode. We're going to do a bunch of speculation and a tiny bit of news roundup. So let's just get right into the news, guys. We have a brand new look at some early concept art for the Indominus Rex. And I'm not much of a dinosaur guy, but it looks like a, type of T-Rex type thing. Yellow, kind of normal looking. And it has some mutant spikes on the back. That's my expert analysis. It's kind of like the Indominus Rex we got, except this looks more natural. Almost like it could be a real animal. But you know what's not a real animal? The Stegoceratops, which we also got our first, I guess not official, but our first good look at some HD renders from Legacy. And thank God this didn't make it into the movie, in my opinion. It looks a little goofy. And my expert dinosaur analysis on this, Dr. Sandhu, paleontologist, is it looks like a Stegosaurus and a Triceratops mixed together, kind of, Triceratops head on a Stegosaur body. Pretty simple. And to be honest, I don't like this look that much. I actually prefer what Hasbro did with the Stegoceratops, where it had a more lean, more menacing type of face. While this one's more, I guess, softer. Kind of nicer, if you will. Less intimidating. But yeah, I'm sure Jack, Chris, and the other guys will give their expert opinions on the designs during the later episodes, but that's pretty much all I can do because I'm not much of an expert on dinosaurs, unfortunately. Let's just move on to the next little bit. And it's a bit that all of us actually want to know now is when we get the trailer. And it's going to be online in November. And more specifically, we are predicting, or we're speculating, a late November release, similar to the time frame that Jurassic World's first trailer was released, around American Thanksgiving time, and in November. It'll probably debut on NBC as well, and online, and then and we also think that's going to be attached to The Last Jedi. So if you're not a Star Wars fan, why not? First of all, that's probably the first chance you have to see the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on the big screen. So buy your ticket for The Last Jedi, watch the trailer, refund your ticket, go home, and talk with us about the trailer, I guess. But if you're a cool guy or a cool gal, you'll watch the entire The Last Jedi, and you'll talk about that with me instead. And our next bit of news is coming from a friend of the show, Jurassic Collectibles. Guys, he's done something pretty spectacular here. He's created the world's first replica, 100% accurate, working night goggles from Jurassic Park. This thing is incredible. The detail is mind-blowing. It's crazy. He spent so much time, like upwards of 6 months on this thing, and it really shows off. He's calling it the Goat Finder Mark I. Excellent name. Perfect. In fact, that's a perfect name. And it's just incredible. He's actually posted a video on his YouTube channel. You can check that out at Jurassic Collectibles on YouTube. And he chronicles his creation of this bad boy here. And it's pretty incredible how he found some of these individual pieces to create this, create the goggles there. Like he'd find classic cameras from the 90s, some Japanese cameras, and then crack open the lens, take those out, and then 3D print the casings, and then find some other stuff from discontinued products. It's just insane, guys. So I highly recommend you check this out. Jurassic Collectibles, please send this over to me. I want it. I want to keep it. I'll love it. I promise I'll love it. I promise. I'll wear it every night to sleep, and I'll go goat finding with it or something. Thank you. Please call me. And that's it for the news, guys. Not that much. Pretty slow. Universal, please give us something to chew on now. It's been quite a long time since that picture of Lucy and the skeletons there. So how about a picture of Owen, or even better, Ian Malcolm? Speaking of Ian Malcolm, aka Jeff Goldblum, my hero, style icon. What a lot of people, and myself included, have been wondering is how big Jeff Goldblum's role will be in the movie. We know that he's been filming for we apparently filmed for a week in only the UK, but I do not know if it's one continuous week or if it's a bunch of days that totaled up to a week. Because we did get a picture from Colin Trevorrow on May something, where he posted the picture, the chair on the set of Ian Malcolm. And then on a separate day later on, Frank Marshall also tweeted a picture of Jeff Goldblum. Well, not of Jeff Goldblum, but of his chair. That kind of makes me think that he's done separate shooting days, which means it's hopefully more than just one scene. And he did conclude filming the exact same day that Fallen Kingdom concluded filming in the UK, so we know that Chris and Bryce were on set during that time. So hopefully he has some good scenes with them. But I think what most people are predicting or expecting is pretty much a cameo or a glorified cameo, so basically one scene, maybe a couple of minutes of screen time, where he might be protesting saving the dinosaurs or some sort of courtroom scene, because we know there might be some court scenes or some stuff, something involved with Senate. So it could play into that. And it's also a park visitor, so perhaps the park visitor is brought up to stand or gives testimony against the park guys. So perhaps Jeff Goldblum's like an expert witness or a key figure in that. And I don't think anyone really expects any action out of him. I mean, the guy is pretty old at this point, and you wouldn't really expect him to go back on the island. Well, actually, that's not true. I can see him going back on the island in a way. You know, like if he goes on the boat or something, just stays on the boat or on the dock, so he doesn't go actually into the jungly areas, which, I mean, it's still him returning to the island, right? Wouldn't be too out of question, but he didn't film in Hawaii, so that's pretty much out of the question, I guess. So the best I can hope for is, you know, like multiple scenes involved with a dinosaur somehow. I want to see him see a dinosaur, you know? Like I want him to go up to a dinosaur, like hopefully Owen and Blue, and say something stupid or how that's crazy or whatever. Or maybe even at Lockwood's mansion or manor when the auction is happening. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you didn't know, there might be an auction based off some of the rumors and leaked stuff on IMDb. There's some like Saudi auctioneers and government people there and dinosaur buyers or whatever. So it'd be interesting if he's down there during the exact same time as the auction, trying to make that not happen, like he did with in the Lost World during the San Diego stuff. You know, trying to stop all that. I think that'd be a pretty good way to get him back into the game there, the dinosaur game. But let's answer some questions we've gotten on Twitter from fellow listeners. Thomas is asking or suggesting that Lucy is Lockwood's granddaughter. You know, I'd probably agree with that. I mean, we know that she has, according to some casting stuff, that she had to be intense with her father, had scary scenes, and a grandfather could be the father too. So it's most likely that it's probably always a familial connection between these movies. So it's pretty likely that it's Lockwood and Lucy, considering we see Lucy at Lockwood's manor apparently. If not, it could be Raph Spall's daughter or maybe Ted Levine's. I don't expect it to be Claire's or Owen's because I don't think that much time has passed. I don't think either of them had kids in Jurassic World, so yeah, we're gonna go with Lockwood's daughter on that, or granddaughter, sorry. Michaelosaurus, government buying dinosaurs for military use. Honestly, I think the military is going to play a part into the story eventually. I know they tried with Jurassic Park 4, John Sayles' script for a long time. They kind of tried it with the Jurassic World, with, you know, Hoskins, you know, training the Raptors and all that fun stuff. Whether it's for government or private military, I don't know. Because it could be for both or just the one, but I think it's only a matter of time before we start seeing dinosaurs in fighting situations or in combat. I mean, that's kind of what I want, honestly, as maybe a spin-off or something, but because I really like the entire sales script, oddly enough. I like bad things, so not too crazy there. But yeah, we'll see. I hope they allude to some sort of something, you know, because the dinosaurs, I mean, it makes sense, right? You have attack dogs, or not attack dogs, they have canines that snuff out IEDs in Iraq and Afghanistan. They had, you know, dolphins being trained for military use. So is it so crazy that dinosaurs could be used for military stuff too? I mean, it makes sense, right? Like a Triceratops being some sort of like battering ram, or a raptor just going in there and just wrecking shop. I mean, it makes sense, guys. It makes sense. It's not that crazy of an idea, and we do know that humans and dinosaurs are going to have to learn to coexist eventually in the series, right? From what Colin alluded to. So this might be one of the ways, and honestly, I'm totally down for it. So let's see that. Justin, my friend, he asks, will we ever see Tim or Grant again? I'm not sure. Why not? We got Malcolm. Why not have Tim or Grant back? I mean, we don't know what the story for Malcolm is in this one, but I'm sure Grant could have played the role, or even Sattler, or Tim, or Lex, or even any of the surviving characters. I'm sure it didn't have to be Ian Malcolm, but come on, let's be real. Everyone loves Jeff Goldblum. And depending on how Jurassic World 2 Fallon's Kingdom plays out, it could leave the story open for Grant and the other characters to return, and in a logical way. So hopefully we'll see some of that happen soon. If it's not in the movie, at least we could see it happen in the comics or some other spin-off material later on. So we'll see. Oh, hello there. I hear you're a fan of dinosaurs and Jurassic Park. Well, check this out. Audible has got a deal that is perfect for you. Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial for you to check out their great service. Since Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is coming out next year, why not go back and listen to the first Jurassic Park novel written by Michael Crichton on audiobook? Or, if you're interested in something brand new, why not go check out Michael Crichton's novel Dragon Teeth? Hey, you might even be interested in something brand new. Why not go check out Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg? To download your free audiobook trial today, go to audibletrial.com/InGeneral. Again, that is audibletrial.com/InGeneral for your free audiobook. One more time, why not? audibletrial.com/INGENERAL. Thank you, Audible. We love you. Thomas again asks, Michael Papajohn the new Hoskins? New head of InGen Security? I don't think so. I mean, Michael Papajohn's, I'm sure, a great guy, but based off his filmography and what I can see, he's not played big roles or even supporting roles. It's been mostly, like just bit player roles, small things where he has maybe a line or two, gets killed off screen or kills someone like a thug or whatever. So I don't think that he's gonna have a big role in this. I'm actually shocked to see he's returning, because considering he was just like an extra guy in Jurassic World. But I guess it's cool to have some continuity there. But I guess that confirms InGen returning in some sort of way, because he was an InGen employee. So I presume. So I guess we'll see him with Wu or like Lockwood, considering Michael Papajohn's character was with Wu at the end of Jurassic World and going off to some sort of secure location, which could be Lockwood's manor. That would be sick, wouldn't it? I mean, it makes sense. Then I wonder why are they making hybrids? Why does the Indoraptor exist? What's the purpose? I mean, it kind of links into the military use, doesn't it? Because Hoskins wanted to make the Indominus Rex more miniaturized, and I guess the Indoraptor is going to be a miniaturized Indominus. So I'm guessing that they are going to use it for military purposes eventually, or that's the goal in the end. So I guess there you go, guys. Military dinosaurs eventually. Or they're trying to get it done. Because let's be honest, Wu is not creating it just because he's a bad guy. He doesn't want to make some sort of bad dinosaur just to kill people, right? At least I hope not. It's kind of weak character, stuff. I mean, the Indoraptor, it needs to have a reason to exist. The Indominus had that dual reason to exist, to drive up the customers and to, I guess, Hoskins wanted to, have it be a killing machine. So I'm guessing the Indominus or the Indoraptor has to be a killing machine then, right? Otherwise, what's the point of having it if just to have a cool dinosaur, right? You know what I mean, guys? As for the InGen security guy, if they really wanted to have a head of InGen security, I'm sure they would have hired an actor with a bit more profile, like a bigger actor. Maybe Rafe Spall could be InGen security guy, or maybe Toby Jones is involved with InGen as well. And then hopefully Lockwood is InGen related somehow. That way we can have some InGen guys going onto the island instead of just like nameless mercenaries, which is never any fun. Oh, I guess that kind of segues into Kurt's question. More than one Indoraptor. This is a good question. I don't think there's going to be more than one in this particular movie, but I do think, this is just my speculation as well, guys, that there are more being bred or created like in the lab with Wu, and this is just the first, test run or first like trial version, I guess, version 1.1 or 1.0. So I think the goal will be to have more than one Indoraptor, but I think for the movie's sake, there might be one, if not maybe two, but I don't think we've seen any or heard any indication of that so far. So we'll see, guys. Also from Kurt, is Blue going to be the only raptor? Unfortunately, I think yes, but I want it to be no so badly. I want some wild raptors more than anything else in this movie, aside from Jeff Goldblum having a big role. We know that on Isla Nublar at the time of Jurassic World, there was only 4 raptors, the Raptor squad, I guess. 3 of them are dead, so Blue is left by herself. I'm hoping somehow they retcon the restricted area and make there be wild raptors hiding somewhere, just anywhere. I don't even care. I want to see maybe just 1 or 2. I don't even care. I just want more than one raptor. And for the other Raptors not to be blue. I love blue, love her to death. Best part of Jurassic World, honestly. But there's something about the wild raptor threat that we've not seen in Jurassic World that I really, really want in this one. And imagine them going down some dark tunnels and they're just being hunted by wild raptors in the dark. I mean, that's horror movie-esque right there, bud. Right? J.A. Bayona would crush that. It'd be so sweet. Next question from Lewis. Ted Levine equals Dodson? Lockwood gave information in 1993? Question mark. This could be interesting, but I don't think Lewis Dotson's ever going to be involved again. It would muddle things up too much. The way the story is going, I think they're going down a different route than Biosyn. Because Biosyn was pretty much the shady company to InGen's more wholesome company, I guess, in the novels. And, we don't really need a shady company considering InGen is pretty shady at this point. So just to have like that rival company for no reason doesn't really make sense. Unless Lockwood is Biosyn now. But I'd rather have him be InGen and this be an InGen only story. But then again, Colin Trevorrow did say a long time ago, not a long time ago, but like last year, year before that he did want different companies competing to make dinosaurs, kind of like Apple and Mac. So maybe Biosyn could be the PC, whereas InGen is the Mac. So maybe those will be the two big competing companies now. So we'll see. If that's the case, I can see Lewis Dodson being a thing. But given what happened to the guy who played Lewis Dodson in the first movie, I think they might stay away from that. And honestly, I'd prefer that. Let's just get some new characters in there. Or, let's just stay away from the whole Biosyn. Let's just focus on InGen and InGen's chapter stuff, And final question from El Hermano. Rexy had an infant in Jurassic World and it will be Red Rex? Question. I don't think she had an infant in Jurassic World. I'm not too sure though. I think maybe the website might allude to that. By the way, if you're hearing some panting, it's my doggy, not me. As for Red Rex, I don't think we're going to see any other Rex other than Rexy, but I think the Red Rex would be a really cool callback if somehow incorporated it maybe into a statue or like a toy in a gift store somewhere on the floor in like the rotting area of Jurassic Park somehow. That'd be kind of cool, honestly. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, I think old Rex is the only Rex we'll see in the movie, which is okay. I don't mind that, as long as she gets to chase some people this time, not just like one Claire, right? Although I do think that the Jurassic World website alluded to having more than one T-Rex on the island. So I guess it'd be kind of cool if old Rex and like two other T-Rexes were on the island, and maybe one of those is Red Rex. That'd be kind of cool, guys. Or maybe Rex killed them to survive while the island was abandoned. Who knows? While I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, how are they going to transport all these dinosaurs back onto the mainland? Like, there's no way, right? There's no boat or, like, air transport that can lift all these dinosaurs back onto the mainland. So I'm thinking they either pick up one or two of each species, that way they can, breed them again later on. Or that they only pick, like, one dinosaur or, like, a select few dinosaurs that Lockwood wants to save. But ultimately, I think a lot of dinosaurs are going to die in this explosion, in this volcanic eruption, guys. We're going to see a lot of dino death. And I'm thinking, as all of our heroes are escaping, there's going to be, like, a final shot where they're looking back onto the island as it's exploding and things are going nuts, and you're going to be seeing like a few dinosaurs, maybe a couple like brachiosaurs or long-necked dinosaurs, just like grazing there as like the final chapter on Isla Nublar is closed onto them in a fiery, explosive death. I mean, I think with Oscar Fora and J.A. Bayona, that could be a really, really memorable and emotional shot. So I'm thinking we're going to get something like that. I mean, there's probably no better way to close off Nublar's history than having an epic, memorable shot of just the destruction and chaos there. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. I hope you didn't hate it too much. And if you like these spin-offs, maybe Jack, Chris, Ryan, or Alex can do one of these things too one day. Just speculate, answer some questions, quick, short, one-off. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe on iTunes, subscribe on YouTube. If you like it, hit us a like, write a review, stuff like that. It really helps us out, guys. And I'll see you guys in a bit.